Bonjour.
Hello, how are you?
I'm just dandy. How about you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I'm not gonna complain.
Right, right. Where's everybody's boss at?
Said again.
But where is everybody's boss at?
Uh, he's
Who
right
might you
there.
be referring to?
Uh, I'm referring to you guys.
That wouldn't be me.
Totally you.
I'm far from the boss around these parts.
Lie to tell. You and all these kids. I am the peasant servant of everybody.
Far, far from it.
Hmm.
I think my camera just went back out. It's every
Oh,
time
it
we
did
come
go
on
up.
here.
Oh,
Is it your
interesting.
security features?
Okay. I'm gonna see if it's something.
Hey, my guy Jonathan, how we doing?
What's up, man? I'm all good. How are you?
Good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Great to see you in this space, man.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you.
No doubt. No doubt. Looking forward to it.
Hey there, Jonathan.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm trying to work on
Awesome.
my camera.
I can
I'm
dig
gonna
it.
go out. Hold on. I'm gonna go out, Alan.
I
Yeah,
figured
go
it out,
ahead.
guys. I was trying to figure out how to get everything, but I navigated it all. So thank y'all for your help. I had to
No
email and stuff.
doubt.
Got it.
No worries, man. That's what we're here for. Make sure you get and you got the invite smooth. It's on your calendar now too.
Uh oh wait, I don't know about that. Let me check.
Okay.
I don't think so. Because I had
Oh, okay.
I emailed Ebony and that's how
Okay. I sent you an invite. You should have something in your email too to be on the actual call for this one. Just so it's on your calendar.
yeah. Oh wait. Yes, I do have it. It's in there.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Just wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Perfect. All right. Well, we'll get going in just 1 second. I know Ebony was trying to get back in. Ah, there we go. All right, well, let's go ahead and kick this thing off for today. So first off, I'm gonna pick on you, Jonathan, because we always like to have new people come in, tell us a little bit, tell us a little bit about yourself, about your practice. Maybe some things you're looking to learn, help, assistance with, so on and so forth. So I'll give you the floor, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. First off, I just was kind of like, well, let me just sit like a fly on the wall so I could take in some information. Because to be honest with you, I read the little questionnaire, right? And the first thing is like, what do you want to know? I'm like, well, I just want to learn. So I want to see what
Yeah.
the community is about. A little bit about me. I just recently opened my own practice. I'm an LPC. Um, what I think. I got fully licensed about a year ago. Yeah, December
Hmm.
2024. I used to be a school teacher. I also work at a community college teaching psychology. So I'm just trying to grow
Nice.
my practice and turn it into something and, take over.
Hey, there you go. Nothing wrong with that at all. Love it. Like I said, glad you're here. And one of the other things we like to do, we always open up each session with wins. So give us maybe a good thing, a win that's happened to you over the last week or two.
All right. First of all, I'm always winning, so that's a good thing.
Hey,
I like to look at things optimistically.
hey,
But over this past week, man, what I did. I can't think of anything right now off the top of my head, but I know I've been blessed and appreciate all the things that kind of go on in my life. So I
right.
can't, I can't, I'm healthy I'm
Hey,
here, so I'm
for
winning.
real. Hey, that is win. That is definitely winning. Hey, I would say it's a win for us that you're here. So, I'm excited about that. Miss Anika, do you have something? Oh, okay, go ahead.
All right, I had to mute myself. Plus, I got a phone call. No, man, I finished an assessment today in 2 hours. I was ecstatic. So that's a win because I can be here 3, 6, 8 hours. So to be out of this thing in two and a quarter, I was like, yeah. So that's a big win. And I made it here on time. So that was good too.
Nice. Fantastic. I love it. Um, awesome. And also, Jonathan, just to give you some of the inside baseball, because I know we talked about it a little bit last time we chatted. Anika's actually my wife.
Oh,
She's the one who's
word.
an LPC. When
Oh,
we
what's
were talking,
happening?
Jonathan was
Am
asking
I?
about your practice. Last I checked, unless there's breaking news you want to tell me, ma'am.
That's good to know. I got a whole husband. Oh. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I'm
I
teasing.
can't with you. I can't with you.
Well, that's what's
Anyways.
up.
At least you're cute. I'll claim you. That'll work.
Oh,
It's
okay.
cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I
Appreciate
might have to
that.
fight some mountain lions, but it's cool. It's whatever.
Can't
I
with
can
you.
run from them.
Anyways. But yes. The proud owner of Cadia Counseling. Look at her. Cool. So I got a few
You were about
things
to
for
say the proud owner of Anika. That is so disrespectful. Mm,
actually I
mm,
wasn't.
mm. Yeah,
But
you were.
okay.
Yeah.
See, you give somebody an inch and they take a mile. Get somebody an inch and they take a mile. Anyways,
No, that's funny.
uh,
I'm glad you said that was your wife. I'd have been like, oh yeah, who they just be playing around like they like each
right,
other.
exactly. Nah, so yeah, so all right, well let's get jumping. We might have a few more people kind of join us in a bit, but I want to talk about some year-end marketing items today and how we can, kind of set up the last bit of this year to really have a takeover in 2026, making sure we're doing some of the foundational items um that can lead to finishing 2025 strong and then also lead into to rocking out in 2026. So, oh wait, hold on. We got Yeah, my guy jumping in, and we're gonna go to him first before I get going. Alfonso, how we doing, my man?
What's up?
Good
I'm
seeing you.
well. Can't complain.
How's life? I saw you jumping in here, so I'm gonna have to give you the floor real quick, right off the rip.
Okay.
Give us an update, give us a win, give us something that's been going well for you as of late. Last I heard, it was a few
Um,
months ago. I know you're off in France doing big things, but give us a win as of late.
as of late, I've been getting more clients. That's a big win.
Yeah.
Um, I'm actually in the process of working towards um digital nomad. So
Oh,
that's a big thing for me right now. Um, it's a long process, but it's a process
yeah.
nonetheless. But yeah, so I'm just I'm taking it one day at a time. Um, I used to be in a place where I'm like, oh, I gotta get this done, I gotta get it figured, I gotta move fast, but I realized I just have to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so where are we thinking about hitting up if we become a digital nomad?
So ultimately, Portugal would be a place to end up. But I'm gonna likely start out in France.
There we go. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh as we talked about, France is a good place to be. Been there a few times and absolutely love it. And it's funny you mentioned Portugal because I actually have two clients right now One has
Hmm.
been she's a one is like a business coach, but then one is a therapist. Both of them are in Portugal. They moved to Portugal.
Okay.
So Portugal apparently is a hopping spot. One of the clients
Yeah.
I had, she actually led a session when we kicked off the community at the end of last year. Um,
Hmm.
she talks a lot about self-care. She actually, she went to Africa and then she has gone on and she's in Portugal now. I was just reading her newsletter from Portugal. So apparently Portugal's a good spot to be. So that sounds good, man. I love it.
Yes, most definitely.
No doubt. Well, good, man. Well, glad to hear. Glad it's going well. So, all right. So let me jump into what we're going over today. Um, which is going to be some year-end marketing strategies and how we can leverage the end of this year to set up to finish out 2025 strong and to set up 2026 to be our best year ever. So, let me see. All right, cool. Here we go. So, let me put this here. Okay, here we go. All right. Y'all can see my screen, right? Good, perfect. Okay. All right. All right. So marketing strategies for a profitable 26. Want to make sure we end the year with visibility being one, gratitude, and a clear marketing plan that, make sure, caseloads are full, strengthen referral relationships. I think that is huge. So yeah, let's get into it. Um so as we know, there's a natural kind of, slow down in November, but I think this is where you can really have some really good gains by being, visible at the end of this year to make sure that, hey, as we're coming into January and February, make sure we have full caseload. So one of the things to do, make sure we stay top of mind. Because naturally, hey, business owners, that's what you have to do. Stay top of mind. There's so much, as y'all know, as because you're consumers too, there's so much noise, out there. And so you just always want to make sure that you stay visible. Build predictability. Consistency now creates predictable income streams and steady referrals. So having a good referral relationship, I think, is huge for your ideal target audience. Once again, making sure um that you're exchanging audiences, so who talks to the people that you want to talk to and who do you talk to that somebody else would want to talk to, and make sure that you have good referral relationships there. And then just of course, building genuine connections. Marketing doesn't necessarily mean selling, but it just means staying connected, showing you care. And the biggest thing that I like to think of in marketing is, how can I give away value? How can I give as much value away that, that value eventually, I believe in the long run, kind of comes back to you. So a couple questions within this. So how do you typically handle marketing during the holidays, or do you? So I know, Jonathan, you're kind of, new-ish, so to speak. Do you have any kind of marketing plans or things that you've thought of yet?
Um, just for special during the holidays? No, nothing special. Nothing outside the box that I've thought of.
What about ongoing? What's your kind of marketing plan now?
Right now, shoot, we be hitting the Facebook up heavy. I feel
Okay.
like that brings some stuff my way and just networking.
Who's your uh who's your target clientele, Jonathan? Do you have a
Young
niche?
adults. Yeah, like young
Yeah.
adults, like 18, 25, in that
Okay.
range.
Okay.
Males.
So 18. Okay. 18 25-year-old males. Um Now, are you now, I know you mentioned Facebook. Are you looking at different Facebook groups where,
Yeah.
where your people hang out at?
I don't know if it's where my people hang out at, but I'll be in the Facebook groups for sure. For sure. It ain't even me, it's my wife, man. I ain't even on Facebook. My wife,
Ah,
she get in there, make it happen.
perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's something to think about too, because kind of one of my favorite tips there is like look at where your ideal client is and look at the Facebook groups that they might be in. Hey, see if you can get into them and just provide value in those Facebook groups. Somebody has a question about something, kind of throw that out there as an answer. Not that you're directly I wouldn't take a Facebook group and directly solicit. But hey, if somebody has a question that you can answer with your expertise, be in there, answer the question. And then, if it's something that's relevant, hey, eventually send them a message. Be like, hey, I know you asked about this. If you ever need more information, oh, boom, enter your website or, something like that. So just kind of a soft kind of outreach, because I know some Facebook groups are, somewhat strict on that. Some are more strict than others, but like I say, if you're there just adding value and reach out to that person directly, just shooting a message like, hey, if you ever have any questions, here's my website. I think that's helpful. So hey, that's something your wife could be doing too. So just keep in mind that she's kind of looking at different groups.
Yeah.
Um, what about you, Alfonso? Do you have any marketing type things that you're doing now for the holidays or even in general?
Um, Not specifically. Sometimes I may put out like I'm getting more savvy with Canva these days, creating my own
Nice.
posts. Um, and specifically talking about like holiday related like, issues, whether it be
Yeah.
family, seasonal depression, things like that. So that's kind of like where I'm, that's kind of where I'm like looking to like put information out there, and of course use my own tag and stuff like that so that people can, follow for more information and stuff like that. So that's kind of where my
Perfect.
mind is nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. Do you currently have like a online presence or anything on, Facebook, Instagram, any of those?
Yeah, I have I'm uh like John, I think Jonathan's name. I think Facebook is not usually, I mean, I have a Facebook page.
Hmm.
Anything that I post on Instagram, so I have an
Hmm.
Instagram page is at the awaken underscore therapist. And
Hmm.
whenever I post there, post on Facebook.
Mm,
So it's kind
got
of
it.
like two for one. Like, that way I'm not trying to like go between applications and things like that. As well as I have TikTok, which I
Okay.
definitely need
Nice.
to post more on because
Nice. Okay.
that's relevant to, you know, Gen Zers and
Yep.
beyond, and millennials, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. I love it. Um, my guy Brandon, what's up, man? Oh wait, I didn't hear you.
What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing?
There we go. Doing fantastic. Look at this. We got the brothers representing today.
Uh, uh,
I I am loving this.
I
I am
know I'm
loving
feeling
it.
quite outnumbered. I don't know how I feel about all this testosterone today. No shade, guys.
Hey man, it's about time. Well needed in this space. Well needed in this space. I'm loving it. Brandon, give us a rundown on if you're doing anything. We know you're out here killing the Instagram, TikTok space, but do you have anything special you do towards the end of the year? How do you handle marketing around holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas? Do you do anything special or
I
what's kind of
don't.
your mindset in general?
I don't. I haven't had anything for the holiday season. Something I would like to change for sure, but right now,
Yeah.
as it things currently stand, I don't really have any kind of offer or anything like that.
Okay.
So I'm definitely open to making something happen.
There we go. Okay, no problem. And then let me ask you this since I've got you. Is there any one thing you wish you would have done differently this year to attract more clients?
Mhm. That's a good question.
Because I know
Probably would have.
mostly, consistency is key, but I know you're pretty consistent. But go ahead.
Yeah, because I probably felt like I could have did more for the like community event. Maybe did it sooner.
Mm,
And probably marketed it a little bit more than I did than I did. I feel like I didn't market it for as long as I should have. Like I feel
okay.
like I
Yeah.
started too late.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. So I know I think you did pretty good on that from what I saw because I saw your post out there throwing it out there. So I thought it was pretty good. I definitely think
Okay.
as we already
Okay.
talked about, kind of bringing that back. I think you said in what February.
Hmm.
Kind of running another version of it. But no, I thought it was pretty good. But
Okay. Well, I'll
okay,
take
cool.
that.
But yeah, yeah, no doubt. Let me
And more offers as well. I think I
yes.
I should have like more offers, like whether that be bundling things together or just having stuff for like the holiday season or
Mm-hmm.
it's mental health awareness month, to
Yep.
bundle or something like that. I think I could do
Mm-hmm.
more seasonal type things.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree. We're gonna get into that one in this set of slides too, is like kind of planning that out now. So, so we can be intentional, have those really good offers as well. So no, I love it because I always say people can't buy what you don't offer them, so let's make sure we have some offers going. Let's make sure we're kind of thinking outside of the box. How can we be helpful? What can we do to help? And how can we make the value of what people are receiving greater than the price, that they're paying for something? So definitely something to think about, this time of year too. So once again, some end of the year moves that matter. Um, I'm a firm believer that, doing a few different things in November, builds loyalty and, helps set the runway for the beginning of the year. So some of those things simple as, sending gratitude, whether that's uh, you know, to email clients, referral partners, followers with authentic appreciation, not even just a pitch, but just telling them like, hey, appreciate y'all showing up, showing love, representing, kind of what I'm putting out there. So that's always a good thing. Um, Hosting a workshop, holiday end of the year self-care workshop. We talked a little bit, a few weeks back on setting up kind of retreats and what that would look like. So setting something like that up for a workshop at the end of the year, because as y'all know, a lot of people deal with holiday time stress. It's a stressful season, or difficult season for a lot of people. So having some kind of workshop, especially if that's your niche, your population, having something around that pertains to them, I think would be, really helpful and timely, this time around. I saw one of my clients just did something like that, hosting a webinar around that idea. So I think that's, a fantastic idea to kind of look at this time of year. Promoting gift cards, prepaid package sessions for the new year. So it's like, hey, bundling up, 5 sessions and you get the sixth one free. Gets a little bit of extra cash in the door too. So, making a move like that once again with, people can't buy what you don't offer them. So kind of thinking about that gets you a little extra cash into towards the end of the year. And of course, just being authentic, just a reflective thank you message on social media. I think authenticity beats polish, every time. And that's what I say about your stuff too, Brandon. Like your newsletter is unapologetically you, even your posts, like so it's good, and people relate to that. So nah, I love that. Now let me ask you guys this: does anybody have any type of? I know the first one's like sending gratitude to referral partners. Does anybody have any good referral partners? I just made a my Wealth Wednesday post. I think it'll be this week. It's talking about referral partners. Um, has anybody paired up with anybody who's good referral partners for them? Just opening it if anybody has one.
My EAPs and I have a networking group I started back in 2018. It's just like a list of a group of individuals I met through Postpartum Support International when I did that training. So some colleagues I worked with at the time, like maybe two of those, three of those, and then the rest were individuals I met at the PSI conference. And so we all gathered together in this lovely group chat on I think like GroupMe, and we exchanged information. So we refer to one another. Like if our caseload is full, and if we can't take another couple, or if some of them don't see kids, if they find out, they'll send it to whomever in the group can see kids. So that has been a great referral source. Like I said, my EAP. I don't even know these people who work for the EAP company. Concern. They talk very highly about me in the energy corridor to these lovely oil and gas people. And I was like, I don't know who that person is, but I keep hearing their name that they referred me, and they said good things. So that's been great. So some partners I've never spoken to, but they speak about me. So that's been nice.
I want to hear a little bit more about this EAP partner you're talking about. I might
Concern EAP. So I feel like the oil and gas therapist, right? Because I'm right here in the energy corridor. And like I saw one person, and then they referred me, and then that person referred me to other people in the friend group who worked there. And then one of them switched over. They had a Beacon EAP. Beacon, they switched, the company itself switched away from Beacon for their EAP to Concern. And somebody from Concern called top of the year, was like, hey, this person was seeing you. Beacon can't see you. Can I get you credential real quick? Literally, real quick. They sent me a one pager. I filled it out. Anytime I ask for a pay raise, I get it. I love Concern. So I would
And you
say
say that's
look them up.
Concern EAP?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hope y'all jotting that down.
So, yeah. They're one of my better paying EAPs. I think the only one that's beat them, it has been like, no, and it's not EAP. Correction. Aetna pays better. My Aetna so far pays better than Concern EAP. And they're paying almost my full, no, maybe $50 of my full, less than my full fee. So I like them.
Solid. Okay, nice. Anybody else have any good referral partners? Not so much. Well, hey, let's start looking into some. Just once again, think about who. Now I know EAP is a little bit different, but think about who is your ideal client, who sees those people, who can you talk to that sees the people you need to talk to. So kind of always keep that in mind. Okay, cool. All right, so as we're talking about finishing up this year on one end, let's talk about kind of planning out 2026 marketing calendar. So you already know, Brittany, I know you've probably heard me say it a million times, and you already got this down, but I love a good newsletter. Making sure you have a newsletter that you're sending out to your base. So question, Alfonso and Jonathan, do you guys have a newsletter yet?
I do not, but that is definitely something that I thought of a long time ago. It's something I wanted to do. And I saw Brandon's, I think what he does is excellent. So
Isn't
yeah,
it?
that's something I look to get into in the future.
Perfect. What about you, Alfonso?
Yeah, I mean that I look, I will definitely love to know like even where to start, to be honest. I've had ideas about it, and I was just like, I'm like, where do I even start like doing that, you know?
Yeah. So, well, you're in the right space. Honestly, the best place to start is your website. Well, one, kind of current clients. Like you do have to get an opt-in. Even just sending them, if you're starting up now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong on this, on the ethical technical piece of it, but I think if you were to send clients an email and then ask them, hey, opt in, can I add you to a newsletter I'm starting? I think that covers you from an ethical aspect, right? Or no? Oh, what was that, Brandon? You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can email. I feel like I've even told them in person, like, hey, so I have a newsletter. If you're interested, here's a link to sign up.
Yep.
Yeah, I think there's just let
Okay.
them know what
Yeah.
it is. You just can't be deceptive about it. You just can't,
Right,
yeah.
exactly. You had to be very, very upfront. And actually that's a good point because if you send an email saying like, hey, I'm starting a newsletter, here's the link to, to opt in to take a look and see what we're doing. I think that should, yeah, that's a good point. That should have you covered. So step one, I think that's it, Alfonso, is, at least kind of, building the base. And then I think step two is having on your website a lead magnet where people can join your email list. So, first piece of that is like, hey, I have, well, first piece I think is giving something of value, of course, always like, hey, here's the, especially this time of year, think, hey, the 5 ways to deal, with holiday stress. Something along those lines, have that as a lead magnet on your website and then to get that, there's a pop-up on your website, and then to get that, they just have to enter in their email address and they click a button, say, hey, opt in this email address, opt in with my email address to get this, newsletter, so on and so forth. So I think that's kind of how you start there. Now, of course, we can talk about what goes into it, kind of plan out a content calendar, but that's kind of the piece of what we're going to talk about now is how do we kind of plan out those items. But I think that's a really good place to start. And then here I'll even show you kind of what that looks like. Um, so we're kind of in the midst revamping um revamping our website. But, like if you're on here, you know, see this, scroll, so on and so forth. But then if somebody moves off, you see kind of a little pop-up that comes up like, hey, do you want to fulfill the vision of and create the private practice of your dreams? If so, enter your details below and grab your free resource. So that's kind of what it looks like on the website. And actually, we have something better that we're going to start, putting on here now, but just at least kind of show you what it looks like when somebody hits your website, boom, name, email address, have something of value, and then that's how you kind of grow your email list. That kind of helpful to at least kind of start.
Hey, yo, am I the only one that can't hear?
Oh wait, hold on. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Wait, did y'all hear me when I was talking about the website?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It was
okay. Just to
when
let
you changed to this screen, I was like, wait a minute, he talking, ain't nobody saying
Oh
nothing. I
no,
can't
I
hear.
pre
All right.
thanks for letting me know. Otherwise, I would have been talking and just nobody heard anything. But no, I was saying this. So for you, Alfonso, I think that's the first place to start. Kind of that pop up on the website, current clients to opt in, and then now this next piece, kind of helps you plan out, hey, what are we going to talk about? How do we lay it out? So one, um, when you plan ahead, obviously your marketing becomes more consistent, more confident, more authentic. So as we're kind of ending to the last year, one of the great things is like, hey, review what happened this year. What marketing efforts went well, what didn't go so well. I even, everybody loves kind of like the year-end wrap-up videos or post or something like that. So that's an idea for post as come to this point of the year. Just kind of even telling clients, a little bit about your journey, who you saw this year, things that you saw helped other clients, sharing good information like that. So I think having that as a review of the year is a good place to start, and then specifically reviewing what you did from a marketing standpoint that did work and what didn't work. So you got that. Identify kind of what Brandon was just talking about. Identify different content seasons. So start thinking now, like, hey, when is back to school happening? Let's plan something around that. If you're somebody who deals with relationships, hey, Valentine's Day. We were just talking about mental health awareness month. Hey, making sure that you have stuff lined up, applicable for that, because when you kind of look at those different months and plan ahead, and as y'all know, every month is some kind of month. So so you can start looking at those things now and kind of plan out a little bit of that with it too. Um, and then look at your specific client rhythms. So, who you're dealing with, what are their specific issues that they go through, what are their, peak stress times. So making sure that you are coordinating something around your specific ideal client. So, if people are doing, January resolutions, or if they have, August transitions where, heading back to school or different things like that. We talked about holiday overwhelm. Look at those things so you can kind of get them lined up, and start, planning content around those. Set visibility goals. Like, hey, I think this is huge because with social media, with content, consistency is key. So, I would say if you're starting a newsletter, right off the rip, like for Jonathan and Alfonso, hey, let's try for once a month. Like, hey, on the 10th of the month, I'm gonna send out a newsletter. I'm gonna work on it, and it doesn't have to be something super long, but hey, at least getting a start. Hey, once a month, I'm gonna do it, and then once you kind of get the hang of it, then hey, maybe it's something you might want to move to weekly. But I think at least starting at a once a month clip is good, and having that, once again, being visible, having that consistency. And then think about the quarter. So are we going to do a blog this quarter or this month? Or do you have any podcast appearances coming up, workshops, different collaborations? I think all that stuff is really good and powerful. And with the collaboration piece, as we talked about, sharing each other's audiences, finding people with like minds, and sharing their audience, because that is one of the quickest way to build trust, is like, hey, if there's somebody that I trust and I listen to, when they bring somebody onto their platform, they almost get instant trust and credibility with me, because I trust this person that brought them on, and trust that they've vetted them, that they're who they say they are. So that trust is almost a transfer instantly. So that's why it's good to have referral partners, or people you can, like you did, Brandon, having a podcast that you went on. You know what I mean? So by the way, funny note on that, uh I was talking with Yvonne at your event, and I was talking with her, and I was like, and I told her this story because we were emailing. I was like, she looks familiar, but I just thought it was in my head or something. I thought I was tripping. I was like, okay, nah, maybe she does. Maybe I just thought I've seen her before. And then we had sent an email after, and then I saw her page, and I was like, oh, I know why I remember her, because that's who you did the podcast with. I was like, then it came full circle. I was like, that makes sense. I watched Brandon's podcast with her, and that's why she looks familiar. But anyways, I just thought that was funny. I was telling her that. But yeah, that's a perfect example. Hey, who has a platform that we can, share with, talk with, so on and so forth, and kind of build credibility within their audience as well. Um, And then, of course, hey, if that's something you want us to review the numbers of, we can help you review your business data, make sure, marketing aligns. Like, hey, how much am I spending on marketing? How much am I, what's my ROI on what I'm spending? That's why I think newsletters are great, because they're a super low cost way to do really good marketing, and then you think of it, the best way to market anything is via direct email, because that is your, direct way into somebody's inbox. Much better than even social media. Because, hey, you can make the best posts in the world, but who's to say even all your followers are going to be on, see it, they're busy, something happens. Now, of course, there's that, same thing with email, but you have a much higher rate of, them seeing your email than necessarily everybody who you're dealing with seeing the social media post. That's why I think newsletters and email, and having your own email list, start to build your own email list is important, because then that becomes your base when you are trying to, have an event, or you have an offer, or you put together a great bundle, something like that. You always want to start with the list. As they always say, the money is in the list. So building up that email list is super important. So let me kind of, go over this with y'all. So what months do your inquiries usually spike or slow down? Are there any themes that you could, specifically highlight for your client, for who you work with, that might be helpful to, put an eye on, to do some marketing around, do some content around? Um, Anybody have anything there?
Yeah, I got something that stood out to me. So, a lot of my clients, I get like those 20-year-olds that don't really know what they got going on in life. But I also get like the 40-year-olds who have kids that's around 20, and they're like, oh my God, they're going out into the world and they're not prepared. So they're like freaking out. So I was when I saw the back to school stress, I thought of like some type of, we was talking about the bundles earlier, some type of off
Mm-hmm.
the college like family bundle where you can bring your mom in, and you can bring your dad in, or the dad can bring the son in, or whoever's going, because it's a lot of confusion in that group. So that's just something
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I'm gonna do for sure.
No, that's good. Yeah, that's golden right there. Make sure, write that down, start building that out. And that's a good thing. If you start, kind of putting something together, and you want, you know, other eyes on it, other thoughts or opinions on it, that's what the community's for. Drop it out there, let us know. We'll give you direct feedback on it too. Like, hey, maybe should I tweak this? Should I change this? But no, I love that idea. That's good.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm over here cooking while y'all talking. I'm cooking, man. It's all good.
Let's get it. I'm here for it. I love it. I love it. All right. So, kind of as we talk about kind of planning out the calendar, kind of getting the blueprint. Here's just some ideas, and I just did quarters, but I would honestly say, hey, you should probably do this per month. Like, hey, let's lay out each month, heck, even in a spreadsheet and a document. Hey, January, what are the things going, like I say, take a search, ask, Chat GPT, what are all the themed months, or what's the month, for each theme, so on and so forth, and kind of get some content around those different months. So of course, your January, new year, new you, focus on self-care, boundary settings, fresh starts. That's, easy for January. We talked about February, maybe that's, hey, maybe you have some stuff on relationships, or whatnot, so on and so forth. Mental health awareness month is in May. So doing that, burnout prevention, spring transitions, so on and so forth. That's also when, as we're talking about school kids, that's also going into summer, when the, school is ending. How do you, handle that summer, juggle? Then August, September, kind of the back to school family transitions, just what you talked about, Jonathan. I think that's perfect. Like, hey, what to do going to school for the family, different things there. Of course, Q4, holiday stress management. So just to kind of give you guys some ideas of kind of how to plan this out. And then I think you plan out especially if you're going to start with a monthly newsletter, you kind of put that theme in, that monthly theme into your newsletter, and kind of have some topics around that. And especially if you're doing a monthly newsletter, the thing I would also think people love is have like a free handout or a free download that they can get with that monthly newsletter. Um, like, hey, like I said, hey, here are 5 tips to handle stress around the holidays, and it's even better if it's for your specific audience at the same time. So that makes it even, more specific.
Can I raise my hand verbally?
Yeah, go for it. Uh-huh.
So it's Jonathan, right? I'm just looking at this white screen. So Jonathan, when you're
Yes.
doing this, Alan likes to talk about whispering and screaming. He'll give you more clarification on that. I'll listen to what he says. But anyway,
Gotcha.
um, what is it? Two whispers and a scream, or somebody shouting, or he'll tell you anyway. If
It
you're
is
with what you're
whis
talking about,
oh,
go
you
ahead.
talking about the theme I was saying? It is hint, whisper, shout.
See, there you go. I told you he knew. He said it
Hint,
anyway.
hint, hint with so basically what that means, Jonathan, give you a rundown. Hint, whisper, shout. So when you have like an offer or something that you're putting out there, like throw a hint out at it. So perfect example of that is like a newsletter or a social media post. Like, hey guys, I got some. Oh, by the way, Brent, I don't think I ever did, Brent. I meant to highlight what you did on this because you did it flawlessly on your newsletter when you had your event coming up. You're like, hey, I'm working on something, really big, kind of stay tuned. And then the next one is like, hey, this is what it is. This is when it is. It's coming out in a couple weeks. Hey, the date is here. It's time. Make sure to click to register, so on and so forth. I did peep that theme in your newsletter leading up to your event, but it's hint, whisper, shout. So you hint at the event that's coming out, then you whisper just enough about it to get people like, ooh, what is this? This is interesting. And then when it's launch day, when it's go day, when the thing is out, then you shout like, hey, y'all, this is here. This is open by now. Book your appointment, whatever it might be. So hint, whisper, shout.
So in light of that, I would say March 1st needs to be the latest that you drop your hint. Just a recommendation.
Thank you. I
Um,
appreciate that. I already wrote down
wh-
March. Look, I
so
got it by March.
right. So if you hint in March, whisper in April, shout in May. You could do summer intensive. We were intensives. I don't know if you were on a few weeks ago when Portia and I were going back and forth about, not like in a bad way, like bouncing ideas about doing intensives where you meet with people for like 2 to 3 hours and they pay cash because I don't really know. I don't know. I'm an LPC. I can't get anybody to give me that many hours of pay for that many hours in a row in one day without me working under, like I worked at the local mental health authority and I was able to do that there, but they also had a specific contract that allowed for that with the state. So anyway, you do cash pay, but if they have from March through May to save up for it, they can pay you for these weekly or monthly intensives where you maybe get groups together. I don't know why I'm envisioning groups, but families or groups together to do these intensives with them. They pay you straight cash and you do these boot camp almost sessions with them to prepare them for going off to school, starting middle school, starting high school, leaving the house, or hey, you've graduated, now what? So instead of me just kicking you out, just throwing you out of the nest and hoping that you flap your wings and fly, let me give you some tools to prepare you. So that's when you said that, that's what came to mind. So
No, we
way
we
to
we on
stack
the same
cash.
page, Anika. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get cash. How I'm gonna figure this out? I was thinking like more than like a amount of time, kind of the same thing. So I appreciate your insight with the boot camp and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna take that.
And I have a lot of parents. And what area are you in? Are you in Texas at all? Because I know
Yeah,
all
yeah,
therapists are.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Are
on
you
the
in the
like
Houston area?
northwest side of Houston. Yeah,
Oh
but I
man.
do
First of
a
all,
lot of virtual.
you're a man of color. You know how many people reach
Yeah,
out to me and are like, hey, I need a male therapist.
yeah.
So now I
I'm
got
here.
3 of y'all. I've been throwing them all
Yeah,
at
yeah. We
Brandon
here.
because
Hey, and I'm
so
like
no, but
regular too.
he's
If
I'm
that makes
regular.
sense. If that makes
So
you
no,
can
but
be.
like to do something like that, to be a a regular black male,
Yeah.
as you say, like people are looking for that, and so they will pay for that. Affluent people reach out, if you will. I'm just not a man, so I can't do that. So they'll pay
But
cash,
it's a
is what
good
I'm saying.
platform because we got it's what is like what three, four? It's four men on here right now. Total three.
Holding it down.
Shout
I
out to
appreciate
Brandon
it.
because I wouldn't even got here. Brandon,
Yeah.
his event trickled down to me and I
Brand is a goat,
I'm
man.
glad.
yeah.
I'm glad it's working. I'm glad to see you out here because I've been outnumbered, man. Before that, man.
Brandon, you
It's
have gotten
good.
love.
We
Don't
appreciate
don't
it.
don't shade us, Brandon. You've gotten love this entire
They've been
time.
great. You're right. They've been great. They've been great.
And Alfonso too. I don't know you, but what's up, man? I'm glad to see you here too. It's a good thing. It's a good feeling.
Absolutely. Once
Yes,
again,
sir. Yes,
thanks to
sir.
Brandon, connected with Alfonso because of Brandon. Tell you, Brandon's a goat, man.
Yeah, man.
I do what I can. Do what I can with what I
All
got.
Always appreciate it. Always appreciate it.
Yes.
Good. I love this. Yeah, yeah. So we got some stuff cooking. So I'm gonna pick on you a little bit, Brandon, because I know you kind of have your newsletter. You're always rolling with good content. So do you typically kind of map out what you're doing? Do you kind of have a plan for the next month, 2 months, looking at
No.
2026? Like where are you at right now?
No, I usually do it like a month month ahead, and it's usually something pretty organic. So
Okay.
like last month, it was a theme around like I had cut was it last month or the month before that I had cut my finger, so that that's how I would use that as like a basis of like my newsletter and build around
Hmm.
that. So like usually something that happened during the month that I'd be like, oh, this is interesting, or I make
Hmm.
a particular TikTok video, and I was like, I can build this topic up and make a newsletter around the
Yep.
TikTok video, and then I can link the video into the newsletter, and then kind of vertically integrate the stuff into it.
Yep.
So far it's been working pretty organically for me. I haven't really been planning too deeply into it.
Nice. Okay. Good, good, good. Well, hey, if it's working, it's working.
Hmm.
But yeah, just something to kind of think about. Like, hey, mixing in some things that are going on, like you say, if it's an organic thing, but then it's also good to kind of have a little bit of a fallback or kind of blend a little bit of both, kind of the blend
Yeah,
in the time of the year,
that
some of the
part.
things that happen in the month, but along with the organic stuff, just make it a little more robust. So
Yeah, I mean, this
I'm
year's
here
been
for it.
wild, so it's been plenty of stuff that's been happening that as as ideas, you know what I'm saying, just politically, and with the shutdown and all this stuff.
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
plenty of stuff out there. So I haven't Trump has given me plenty of content.
Right. At least something positive out of this, right? At least one silver lining.
Hmm.
Oh man. So yep. Next thing, referral marketing 2.0 relationships. This is where we talking about just now, having good, solid relationships, having that authentic marketing channels. As we know, November due to Thanksgiving, good time for, appreciation, gratitude. So, this is something to kind of look at this time around. So, send messages to current or past referral partners. Simple thank you. Showing up in person. I've one client who does this so very well. That's something she said her different referral partners. She's been going around taking little gifts and stuff like that, dropping them off to them. Um, I even she's not here today, of course, but I even gave her a shout out because she has a event that she does at the end of the year where it's really just kind of like a networking event, Coco and Connections, where she, has it at her practice, invites people to come in, so just kind of like that networking event, similar to kind of what you did in a way, Brandon, just kind of having stuff like that to, get people talking, get people connected. So she does something like that around the holidays. And so, hey, people who come to that, people who show up, send them a little bit of appreciation. So, perfect example, is not to pick on you, Brandon, but that's a good time, like for people who showed up to your event. Just, send a little gratitude. Hey, thanks, appreciate you, showing up. And you might have already done it, but just kind of an idea of, just a quick, simple thank you, because then that goes a long way. And then that next time it happens, they want to make sure to tell, two, three times, more people, next time it happens, make it, bigger and better. Um, so yeah, so show up in person, do things like that. Of
I like
course,
that. Take that.
yeah, 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 no doubt. Because especially like for yours, because it's something you're gonna kind of do, here and there. So just a little bit of appreciation, I think, goes a long way. And then just connecting digitally, just simple email, LinkedIn message, checking in, or casual gathering. um this is something Ebony and I were just talking about, even in the community, where we're here, we I know we're talking about casual gatherings, but we want to do kind of like virtual, kind of hangouts, and we've done some like happy hours and stuff in the community. Of course, we always try to do stuff like that. But having kind of like almost like mini networking events for you guys, kind of pairing up some different people, letting you guys connect, just providing the space and opportunity for y'all to connect more. Because I think stuff like that is always important. um and then let's see, of course, having meaningful referral relationships, of course, just always leading with help first. How can I support what you're doing? Because people will naturally, just want to give back, when you lead with that kind of energy first. Of course, sharing updates, staying consistent, and collaborating. And that's why I truly think, I love a space like this. And the reason why I started it is because, I've seen the power that, kind of networking groups like in my space, has helped me. So it's like I haven't seen that enough in the mental health space where you guys are connecting, collaborating, putting your minds and heads together. Like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? Because as I always tell everybody, I'm a big fan of learning from other people's mistakes. And so when you connect with others, when chat, have a meeting, that's how you can learn. So let me get one idea maybe from each one of y'all on in 2026, what is a way that you think you can create more visibility or create a collaborative space, something like that next year. So kind of with your network, with your, referrals, with everything you're trying to build in your practices, what's a collaboration kind of idea or event that each one of you think that you might be able to tackle this upcoming year? I'll start. Go ahead, Brandon. You got it.
I remember good. Funny enough, at the end of my event, we had got together with uh anyway, we got together. We were thinking about coming together with like a
Oh
panel
yes,
idea,
yes.
and whether that be a standalone thing or maybe
Yeah.
as an addition to the next meetup that I want to
Mm-hmm.
put together. Regardless of how we want to make that happen, I think that could be a really good
Mm-hmm.
option, really good thing. Especially if you can like record it or something. What I mean, podcast it up or something.
Yeah, that's good. No, yeah,
T,
yeah.
Dr.
I
T, but she's not here right now.
I know where's he at today?
She probably
But
catching
yeah,
a
yeah.
flight, presented somewhere.
Probably. You right. You sure
Hmm
right on that. I think yes, that's right. She did have her conference this week, I think.
hmm
So yeah, no, I agree with that. What about you, Jonathan? What's the collaboration that you think you could put together this upcoming year?
Um, I got a few things, few ideas. I got to skate in like 2 minutes too. But
All
I
good.
so this weekend it sucks that it's gonna rain. So we put together with another practice I was working at for a little bit, right? I like to go camping and stuff and do outdoor stuff. So we put together this little weekend, little camp out weekend. So really one of my goals is to do like a big like what Brandon did, but like something like that, but like an outdoor trees and shit. So my bad, I don't know if we can cuss, but trees and
We good. We all adults.
and nature and that's my vibe. So I just think it's a real therapeutic
Yeah.
space. So I think that'd be something that like if I could right now we're doing like a little mini version of it just
Yeah.
between us. But I feel like if this time next year, if I could put something together like that, that would
Yeah.
be that would be fire. I got a few
There
other
you go.
ideas too. I just don't want to share them yet because I
Hey,
ain't
that's
thought
all
them through.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it's all good. Keep it close. And but if you ever need help, let us know. And I know we're coming up
Thank you.
on if you got to bounce, you got to bounce. All good. But Alfonso, what you got? You got an idea?
Um, the only idea I have right now, um, that hasn't already been mentioned. I just want to mention intensives earlier. I thought
Mm,
about that like weeks ago.
yep.
But actually like taking on like podcast invitations because like I've been like invited to podcasts to like
Mm-hmm.
speak on a topic or whatever it may be. I
Mm-hmm.
was on a podcast before. I need to actually pull that video back up and kind of like refresh it a little bit on
Mm-hmm.
my page. But yeah, that's kind of like where I am because I mean I like to talk about like issues as reserved as I may seem to a lot of people, but I do like to talk about, something that I'm like really interested in. So that's kind of like my thing.
I love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic, man. No, that's good. That's good. Anika, you got one? I know you probably moving right now. Oh, all good. Okay, cool. Well, this was good, y'all. I appreciate y'all showing up the way that you did.
I
You
put
know,
it in the
it,
chat.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Hold on, let me read that real quick. Um oh, finally started a newsletter and do intensives. Perfect. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, self promo alert. Oh, thanks, Brandon. I'm just seeing the chat now. But cool. Well, once again, y'all, appreciate y'all. If y'all have any ideas that you're kind of wanting to put together, need help, that's what the community's for. Kind of, run them by everybody. How can I set this up? How can I make this even better? How can I make this offer better? So, once again, remember, the sooner you get to your dream practice, the longer you get to enjoy it. And we're here to help you every step of the way. Y'all have a blessed Monday, y'all.
Bye
Peace.
bye.